So the last episode, we got all of our magma together. We've got the magma farm built, and we did get a lot of magma while we're AFK. Today, we're gonna go and build a gold farm. So let's get into that. Well, now we have a big working area, and we got some hoppers. These for the center. We're gonna place some chests here and here, and we're gonna go up. I want at least 4 blocks up. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna build the killing chamber up higher. The reason we didn't do that is because eventually I need to make a sorting system, and I don't want to have to go down. Going down in the nether is really hard. So we're gonna just go up 1 more, and then we're gonna put our killing chamber right here. This is gonna be where we actually kill the monsters. This is not gonna be the fanciest killing mechanism ever. In fact, it is just going to be either I put a powdered snow in and they die due to powdered snow, or it's going to be I stand here and I chop. Break that, and we're going to need stairs to get up there. And I am intentionally not building out of wood, even though I have a lot of really nice looking blocks, because I'm going to be using lava. I'm going to be using lava transportation of mobs, and if you use lava for transportation of mobs, there is a chance that the fire would spread to the wood, and I just don't want to deal with that. And yes, we're going to leave enough space so that there can be a trident killer. That's going to be something that we add later. And no, this is not anywhere near the fastest. Oh, I put it on the wrong level. This is nowhere near the fastest farm that you could get for zombie pigmen. I don't have a lot of the supplies I would need to make a faster farm, so we're going to start off with what is just a farm that I could come up with that would manage to be able to get me some gold. Not maybe in an AFK way, but not planning for full AFK. I just need to get some gold moving so I can get quartz, so I can make some observers, so I can make sorting systems, or I need to be able to get some quartz so I can make some observers, so I could make some trident killers, and I also would like to get some blackstone so I can actually make things that are not flammable but do look good. Alright, so that should work. At least we can get up and down. And yes, once I get some blackstone, I am going to make this look a little bit better. So that's going to be our killing area and item collection. Gonna be able to jump up here. Yep, that's perfect. Now let's go grab some glass. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, well that's 1 corner done, and we're gonna need to do a couple more. So this is gonna be our starting mob collection. We've gone up 6 blocks, I believe. And yes, I do have feather falling 4. So things like that are not near as scary as they used to be. I'm gonna need to go grab some magma blocks. So for this farm, what we're gonna do is start with pillars. And then the other thing that we're going to do is place trapdoors and then build around the trapdoors so the zombie pigmen have a spot to jump off. This is not going to be super fast. There's not enough blocks for it to be very fast. It's just going to be a waffle style farm where they randomly walk off the edge. Nothing too fancy there, just simple. Drop into a area where we can relocate them, and that's pretty much it. So we're starting to get a few zombie pigmen, but not as many as I would like. So we're gonna make this a little bit bigger, and the idea is I'm going to place lava on top of this glass, and then the zombie pigmen will get brought into the middle with the lava. The lava is also going to break their fall so that they don't fall to their death. Like I said before, I need a ton of glass to make this work. And the reason I'm using glass is because I'm not confident that gas can't spawn on blocks that are covered in lava. They may not be able to, but I just am not confident that ghasts won't spawn if I make these out of solid blocks. If I make them out of glass, I know it will work. And then also there's some weird things with lava flow if you put it on half slabs. So we're just gonna put glass down. I know it's expensive, but after we get this, if you remember from my Skyblock packs video, I made it so that you could craft sand from gravel. It's gonna be expensive to get the farm built at the beginning, but then I can theoretically renew my gravel renew the glass by crafting gravel into sand and then sand into glass. So that's not the end of the world. It's not going to be that cheap. We will need to go through a lot of gold to get it. So the first gold farm is definitely not going to be enough that I can use glass willy-nilly, but you know, after I get to a more automated gold farm, it should be able to have pretty good amount of glass. Also, after we get some gold, we can cure up some villagers and we can get some better rates on trades, which means that we can actually pay for glass because we'll have better income for emeralds. Also, I think it'll look kind of cool having the glass over your head. The only concern I have is we really have to make sure that there is never a ghast that spawns here. So we got to be really diligent about spawn proofing and making sure that there's no spot for a ghast to spawn. Okay, we're gonna need to make a bunch more trapdoors, so we're gonna put the glass away. Since we're done with the glass, we're just gonna put it in the dump chest. Actually, let's go up to the top one, because it's easier to do this from the top. So the goal here is just to get a large amount of spaces for them to spawn on. This is probably the expensive method because this top layer is not going to actually do anything. And the reason that the top layer is not going to do anything is because we don't have a cave, as I said before. So the fact that we don't have a cave means that we don't have the ability to have cave spawns. And if we don't have cave spawns, then zombie pigmen don't spawn. So we are in the process right now of building the top layer, and then we got to go down a layer, and then they will spawn on that lower layer, and eventually we'll come up to this very top layer and put in a roof above it, and that will take care of allowing mobs to spawn. All right, there's the hole. Because I don't think I have enough magma to do a proper layer, I'm going to have to build out and then just deal with the fact that this is going to be incomplete until I get more magma. But I would like to use some of this for spawning space, even if I only get one piglin, because if you don't know, the way that mob spawning works on Bedrock is it pillar spawns, meaning that when they spawn on the top block up here, when it chooses one of these blocks, it starts at the top and it goes down, spawning one monster on each layer until you reach the bottom. So what I am setting up here is multiple layers and a larger area. The key is you need both. You need both a larger area and multiple layers, because larger area will cause them to spawn more frequently because there's more chances for them to spawn, and the multiple layers will cause more of them to spawn. And you know, we do want more pigmen more frequently. Oh, that was interesting. There's apparently invisible fire. I don't find fire and replace it with air, so that does make sense. I didn't know it was a thing that could exist, but weird things happen when you edit the world directly, and none of the rules checks are honored. But apparently it didn't start me on fire until I placed a block, which is interesting. I heard the crackling earlier and I thought that it might have been phantom fire, but I didn't have any way to check, and I didn't, you know, want to start on fire. But that's interesting because you're going to have random spots of high light level you may not be able to do much with. So just in case you're playing the same version as me, yeah, we don't have we have invisible fire in the nether. And yes, you can use Frostwalker. I don't have access to Frostwalker right now, so not really an option for me. Okay, let's see. We only have 28 magma blocks left, so that's going to be the amount that we can get done in this pass of the farm. So we're going to have to go through and clean things up. All right, now we need the lava. And this is going to be a part where we're going to need a ridiculous amount of lava. So it might take some time to finish this part out. So what we're going to start with is some cobblestone stairs. And this is nowhere near enough lava. We're not going to fill in all the lava because we don't need it right now. And I don't have enough to fill in all the lava. So we're just going to fill in where we really can use it. So we are almost done. I'm not sure if those piglins are going to actually go in or not, but I hope they do, because if not, this would be a big waste of time and or lava. Let's see how this works out once I get the rest of the lava in. So I'm hoping that these stairs will help get the piglins down, because the slabs they kind of hang up on. Okay, that's a stair. You can stand on the edge of that, huh? Well, let's try something different. Ooh, crap. That was close. Let's go make some more railings. And I just burned all of my fences down again. Well, we have to wait for the lava to calm down before we can do anything about it. All right, my hat broke. So once again, for the third time, we're gonna rebuild this fence. Then we'll seal it up. Seems to be working better. Let's see, are we getting drops? We got some swords, a couple of ingots. So last episode, we made the magma cube spawning majigger. During that episode, I said the magmas don't target the iron golems. Well, apparently that was because I was being lazy and hadn't updated the server. Well, now that I'm in 1.19.51, they will target the golems. So now we need to actually get the powdered snow killer going. But at least I got to have the ball pit for a day or two before it died. So hopefully that makes sense. And I know I put a flag in that previous one to say it's not a thing that we can do anymore. Well, you can do it. It just means that the golems will eventually die and you have to replace them. So I've been struggling to get enough powdered snow to really finish off the magma farm, but I think this time I may get enough. Now we just gotta wait for a snowstorm, because that's been the other sort of slow thing, is I haven't gotten snowstorms. I originally had it over there, but that only loads if I wasn't loading the iron farm. So alright, well, I've been able to get in a couple of times, but maybe I can just reach from here. Okay, I got a little bit more. I'm almost out of snow, so it's not like there's a lot more I can do in here. But my hope is that I can get enough snow in there that I could AFK effectively. Hey, you, stop being so rude. Maybe I can replace them from here now? Yeah, I can. So I can place them from the safety of this room. Now that will break up all of the big ones at least. Oh, I got pretty close. I just got a couple more to place in. Let's see, what are we at for? Okay, let's put a bucket down. Oh, bucket. Fill you back up. Bucket. Fill. Okay, we're down to the last powdered snow, and so I can actually just AFK this. It's not going to break anymore. So yeah, sorry about the misleading information. I need to AFK this to get more stuff for the gold farm, and I know I'm really close. And let's use White Christmas for the word today, and thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we can get enough magma cubes, magma blocks to finish off the whole gold farm in the next episode, because I really want to get a lot of gold. Anyway, this is Hatter, and I'm out.